It's a beautiful day on the porch.
Yeah.
Sun is out. It's 40. Real feel like 9. Yeah, that's fine. But I was just hearing our young Daniel took the polar dip today.
Oh,
to,
Daniel.
Yes, to fundraise for his project grad. So we're very proud of him out there. And he said he was one of the only few that went under. That's our boy. That's our boy.
Is that off of Popham or?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the real. And young Daniel had a moment of redemption in class. It was a few weeks ago where we were doing a short story. Someone asked what page it was, and I said 69. And I said, "Am I right, Daniel?" And high-fived him, and he did not return the high five. Oh. So Daniel has learned.
All right.
Not to just agree with things I say.
Yeah. All right. Well done.
How are things on end of March? We haven't been on the porch since March 1st.
Yeah, that's wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, yes, missed you.
Oh, it's been terrible.
And the whole experience. Good. We Emma got our license yesterday.
That's a big deal.
That's a pretty exciting moment. Very excited. Angling for the Jeep already.
I was going to say, and you had mentioned the Jeep, and I know that was your I'm gonna buy a Jeep. Damn it, I want one, and you just gonna hand it off to the girl. Everything's gonna be great.
I think we're gonna work out an arrangement of sharing because there's no point in her going to a job and having it sit there in the sunshine for 6 or 7 hours.
All right.
So I think we'll work something out. I think.
I'm guessing you are both skilled negotiators, and accordance can be reached. Is within your reach.
Yeah, I think it's good. She was nerved up about it, and it's all good. But geez, it was over in honestly 15 minutes.
And she passed first try.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, which is just so it's just it's a fun thing, and I know most of my contemporaries. Kids are on their second or third apartments and not in the licensed area. But
it's a big deal in any home, no question.
But yeah, and it's almost golf season eve.
It is.
One might think.
Couple
are people hitting around you?
We Barry and Ben and I did a virtual golf for an hour in Portland. We hit at the screen. It's improved a great deal since the 20 years since I had played it last.
Oh, well, yeah, they got that indoor league that the pros are playing.
Yeah. They know what they're doing.
But I'm not convinced of its accuracy only because when I bought new clubs last year, I was hitting the bejesus out of them in that simulator. And I felt great, and I don't know how they can tell in the 12 feet it travels from the tee to the screen where it goes. But I think you would note at the end of the season that my golf was not where it could have been. And I think I'm tossing those new clubs. I think I'm putting them on Marketplace and going back to my 2004s.
I'm still playing the 1991s. However few are left.
Yes, well,
and I'm sure people listening to this are laughing right now.
But I they barely have any scratches on them, so I think Anyway,
so you had said you wanted to talk about celebrity.
I did.
All right.
I do, just because. More than anything, it's just it seems like we're just beaten over the head with it, and the yearn to be a celebrity, I don't know has ever been quite so widespread. And I know how easy it is to do now, but you look at the origin of the word, right, and from the Latin, and it was fame, which also turned into to celebrate, to applaud. but it originally meant someone's accomplishments, someone's achievements, something that somebody has done. And it seems as though we've drifted a bit from that, and now it's just whoever's loudest or
Yeah.
most well known or is wearing the right shoes or whatever. And I guess I was wondering when you think it might have happened. For me, I'm going to answer it. It happened when, well, one of the things that contributed to it would be when all these highbrow $20 million film celebrities started doing random everyday commercials.
Yeah.
Because when we were growing up, if an actor was doing commercials, they were just chipping away and trying to find a break in, and nobody would ever come back and do a commercial for Polaroid or Home
Right.
Depot or whomever once they were making ridiculous movie star money.
Yep.
And then I remember when it was like 90, no, sorry, it was like 2001 or two, and Catherine Zeta-Jones signed a $20 million deal with T-Mobile to be their spokesperson. And I was like surprised and a little bummed because I love Catherine Zeta-Jones and I thought it was a big step back.
Hmm.
And I don't know why I put so much thought into it. Probably because it was Catherine Zeta-Jones. But I just I don't know. And now it's just all the reality stuff is just we're being inundated, and I can't decide. I can't decide what's worse: the people who are celebrating it or the people who are being celebrating or being
Hmm.
celebrated.
Yeah.
And Ricky Gervais does an awesome thing on Extras. Did you see Extras?
Oh yeah, it's a great show.
Do you remember at the end when he just never got the right kind of fame, and he ended up in that British version of Big Brother, and he gave a little speech at the end about how it was very vulnerable and very revealing, and how he was like too afraid to join the military, too lazy to be a doctor or something of respect, and being an actor was just easy. And he's like, but I've never, I'm never gonna be famous enough or rich enough or popular enough, and I'm part of the problem. And I was just like, wow, this is a really revealing moment. And
Hmm.
I mean, I think he's
Yeah.
right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you agree? When do you think it started? I'm talking a lot.
The uh, Warhol had no idea how well he nailed it.
Oh God, yeah, right.
I mean, it's like saying, Huxley writing Brave New World. Even he could not have imagined how spot on he was, and Warhol had no idea. I remember reading a book, "Amusing Ourselves to Death" by Neil Postman, which was about the how horrifying the influence of television was. I'm like, man, that's some Sanka
Right.
compared to the crack the kids are smoking with the social media. I just think there was just so much air that needs to be filled that we're taking anything. And I, I agree completely with the advert thing. It's just so weird, and the voiceover work that they're getting, and I've heard them talk about the checks are enormous
Yeah.
for probably not working as hard as you and I are doing this. I mean, it is the shift. It's hard to say that the quality is high. Every once in a while, you get a good show or you get a good movie or whatever. But yeah, it's tough, and it's hard to look up to a lot of people now, also because you get to know them so much that they either become a villain or stop being interesting.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. When I suggested this topic, one of the things that popped up was, they just finished shooting Real Housewives of Rhode Island,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you gotta be
yeah,
kidding me.
yeah.
And I'm like, I've been to Rhode Island,
Oh
and
yeah,
I mean, I mean, the whole thing is obviously it's kind of is it catch 22 or because real
yeah.
housewives.
Oh
These are
right,
not. No, none of these people are real anything.
yeah.
And I know that MTV started the whole thing, real honestly, with
Real world.
Real World, right?
Yeah.
And then I was going to say Road Rules, but that was after.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and and it was fascinating to a point, but it was just it was like a real life sort of friends thing,
Yeah.
young hot people in an apartment, and then it just has just
Well, again,
to
talking about
anybody.
nailing it, the Truman Show, that movie with Jim
Oh
Carrey,
yeah, God, it's brilliant.
absolutely, absolutely
Brilliant.
nailed it.
And do you
Uh,
remember actually just I love
yeah.
the Warhol nod, but do you remember or have you ever seen his cheeseburger video?
No, no, I have not.
He sits down, it's black and white, and it's all over YouTube, and he has a friend just videotape him eating a Burger King cheeseburger.
Oh,
And he has ketchup on the plate and he just sits there and eats it and he dunks it and it's like 7 minutes of
sure.
him just eating a cheeseburger and that's it.
Yeah,
And the whole thing to prove that if it's on camera, somebody's going to
it's
watch it.
art. Yeah, yeah. The Campbell
And
soup can.
it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
incredible. And and we do a I don't know, we read this we used to read this play called Red. Um we studied all these artists that went along that were mentioned inside the play, and Warhol was one of them. And I would show the kids this whole video, and they'd just be like, "What is there something else happening?" And I was like, "Nope, this is the whole thing."
Yeah, yeah.
It's a great play by John Logan. It's all about Mark Rothko and his faux assistant in the Bowery in the 50s when he got the Seagram's building commission. But he mentions all these great artists. It's a great opening to the discussion, and Warhol's happens to be one of them. But anyway, I just is there an end? And why aren't we, you know, except for the Bledsoe jersey, I've never really worn anyone else's name on my back, and I would rather wear some of the people's names who helped solve COVID, come up with that,
Yeah, yeah.
or anybody who's doing any kind of work with any major diseases. I think would be great to a researcher. I would put their name on my back. I just,
Yeah.
I, I,
I,
I don't know. Is there an end, or what? There's
I,
got to be at some point.
I,
Uh,
I art in all forms, and I love Rothko. I love going to modern art museums and the colors. It's fantastic. I think he's cool. But if art was as powerful as it's supposed to be, everyone should just watch Wag the Dog and realize we're in that movie right now.
yes, we are.
Has anything ever nailed it?
It was so good. It was so good.
And it's absolutely happening.
Yeah.
But no, not enough people are watching it.
Right.
Or thinking. I think your problem, Ian, is that you've been thinking.
Yes.
I don't know if you need more hobbies or to watch. Really, just dial into the Housewives of Salt Lake, and then
Yes.
know.
I don't know where they draw the line on that. Dubuque, Des Moines. I don't know. I don't know who makes the call on that. Maybe it's a bunch of former mafia mistresses or mafia wives that are. I don't know. Is the whole thing going to be Carmela Soprano's crew? I don't know. I mean,
I don't
Providence is known supposedly for having some influence from others in there. But anyway, I don't know. I guess I don't know. It's something that, and I know how it sounds. It sounds a little holier, etc. But I try and get the kids to recognize that there are people worthy of being celebrated, and there are people who are worthy of being applauded, and they're not necessarily the same.
Yeah.
And I don't know. For me, I don't think I could ever handle all the attention anyway. I don't want it. I don't look good on camera. I don't want people taking my picture. I don't want to be posted places.
Yeah.
And I don't want people knowing what I bought at Market Basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some chocolate and vanilla wafers. Good, judge me. Go ahead.
I went there today. Loved
I
it.
don't.
Have
Anyway.
to do an update on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame discussion
Yes.
from previous.
Yes.
We did have our friend Adam shout out Chris Cornell doing some covers. I think we both agreed his voice was
Yes.
of a generation.
Yep.
Top
Unique.
shelf.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. So much power. And I did listen to those covers that he had told me to listen to. Told us to listen to the Led Zepp cover. It was especially great. And then he big of a wild card, and I don't know if it's just because Adam's a homer of Boston, but he was like, New Edition, Don't Sleep. And
Yeah.
New Edition is leading the leaderboard for the fan voting by a lot. With 7.8 million votes in, New Edition has 970,000. They're the most voted in. So I don't know if they can ignore that. So the top
It
five
doesn't seem it.
are New Edition, Phil Collins. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Yes.
Pink, Luther Vandross.
Oh yeah, he belongs.
He does. I can't tell you song titles, but
Nope.
I was not
You
his
know him
target
when you hear him.
demographic. Yes.
You know him when you hear.
Yes. Yes.
And now it's a, it's like any Hall of Fame question. At the genesis, I think he absolutely belonged. Would he belong were he to enter as an artist today? I don't know. I don't know if he'd have the same appeal. I don't know. Who knows?
Right.
But
Right.
I think you could say that about any athletic Hall of Fame too.
Yes.
Where they put up against athletes of today,
Right.
different story.
Well, I remember Eddie Murphy talking about Luther Vandross, that because he could sing, he could get action, despite.
Yes.
And then number 5 is, I know you're on board with Shakira as as an icon of all things rock and roll. I know that your hips do not lie. That's been documented.
They do not.
And so there you go. And then 6 and 7 are In Excess and Sade.
I think Sade belongs there.
Really?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't
She's
know.
a
She
smooth
has a very
operator.
unique sound that
Yes.
is unmistakable, and kind of defined at least a portion of the early 90s.
Yeah.
In
All right.
Excess. I knew the one song where they flipped a bunch of cards in the video.
I have
Right.
had an In Excess resurgence as far as listening.
Is that right?
It's true. And I will tell you it is because Beck did a cover version of the album Kick, their big album. It's on
Okay.
YouTube, where
Yeah.
he and a group of people like St. Vincent and a couple other people sing all the songs. And I started listening. I was like, wow, they're pretty good songs. And so I don't know if it's, I don't know. What is we're talking about celebrity and Hall of Fame. I don't know
Yeah,
if it matters. I don't know what these words mean. At the very end is Joy Division and New Order and Jeff Buckley are the last two in the voting.
Yeah, Joy Division. Okay.
Yeah.
You said resurgence, and it made me think. The other night I was just surfing through, and anytime there's an MTV Unplugged, I always stop and 2009 All Time Low was on, and I was like, you know what? They're not bad. They're kind of Green Day, Blink 182 vibe together. In 2009, I couldn't tell you where they are, what they've been doing since. But I was like, this is kind of it was sort of I don't know, kind of a grunge punk sort of feel there that I watched the whole half hour, and I enjoyed it. So I don't know. I know it's probably a pretty teenage group or attraction maybe at this point, but well, anyway, I like the update, and I wholeheartedly support Phil Collins. Absolutely.
I do too. No. Even though I can't stand it. Have you seen his daughter show, Emily in Paris?
Oh, no. I didn't know that was his daughter.
That's his daughter.
Okay.
I grudge watched it for one season, tried to do season 2, and I just couldn't. And now Mike McDade sent us an email which suggesting that we send out to the people their desert
Yes.
island album.
I would love to hear from anyone and everyone.
I think it's a fantastic question, and he's brought forth Poetic Champions composed by Van Morrison, which I think that was his last great album. I think Avalon Sunset was after, which I liked.
Yeah, that's good.
But the Poetic Champions with the instrumental.
It's cover to cover. The whole thing is
Alan
cover
Watts
to cover.
Blues, the sax that he's playing. It was a beautiful record. I think it would know you
even
out
even
on the
someone
island.
like you, which got a little pop.
Yes.
But that's you and Jeep and Jamie sold me on Van with that album.
Yeah.
In Jeep's car, his little blue was it Datsun?
Datsun, yeah, it's a Datsun.
Yeah, I think it was Datsun, and a couple mall trips, and I was sold on the artist.
Many things.
And it's interesting because I would love to hear from people with the understanding that it's an album and not a mix compilation that one can make.
Correct, or just some dude,
Yeah.
or gender non-specific. So yes, because I want to believe that albums still matter. I
Yes, they do.
genuinely do.
They absolutely do.
That's a hill I'll at least injure myself on.
Yeah. Fair enough. So we had you said show, and before I forget it, because I will, I didn't know if you have the HBO, you do the HBO.
I do.
Have you started Rooster?
Oh yeah, it's terrific.
So good.
Yes.
So it's only 3 episodes in, but I mean, I'll pretty much watch anything with Steve Carell.
Right.
But just so good. Did I tell you my cousin met him in the airport? Did I tell you that?
Yes.
I did say that. We did cover
Yes.
that. So anyway, fantastic show. I think it's hilarious.
Yes.
We just finished episode 3 this morning, and it was.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan.
I think I like nothing better than a 30-minute show that's funny.
Yep.
Please give them to me.
We haven't had one based in academia in a while, and John C. McGinley as the president. All I can think of
he's fantastic.
is Barry and what Barry has to deal with, and if Barry takes
if he had a
followed by
a steam room, yeah. And he's like Barry Unleashed.
Right.
Like,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, because Barry unfortunately does care. If we could shut off that part of his brain, I think I might move to Worcester just to watch it.
It's a tremendous show for people who are listening. If you're not on the Rooster,
yeah,
it's worth it.
And I will say an academic show that is as good as Abbott Elementary. If you haven't watched that.
I tried a couple episodes.
I liked it a lot. I like it a lot.
Should I try more than the first 2?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. I know. I see it on the Emmys all the time. It's always getting nods and people are talking about it. It didn't. Okay. I will give it another shot.
I like that. And it's a weird show. It took a little while, but I think it's hilarious. It's called Stumble. It's about a cheer coach. At a junior college.
That either.
No,
I tried
it. Gosh.
I tried 2 episodes.
You got to go more than that. You got to go more than that. That would it really does pay off.
All right.
At Sammy Davis Senior Junior College.
Yes, right.
It just made me laugh.
I was talking to Kearns today, and he was saying that the second season of Paradise is right on. Also, my friends, the Walshes, were talking about it too. They both said the second season does not disappoint. Did you watch the first season of Paradise?
I did, and I am in. Yeah, I like that show.
Yeah, they've said it's great, so I'm gonna put that on the docket for I think for this week.
All right.
But anyway, what else we got? You wanted to talk about some financial things.
All right. There is a list that I saw, which I'm actually, this is a topic that I've been fascinated by for a long time. Some things that are actually worth the money to spend a little bit more, like to not cheap out on, basically.
Yep.
Is what I'm saying. And I think it's a life lesson that everyone should consider. And so I'm just going to go down the list. This is from a guy named Andrew Yang, who is a financial consultant and business fella. All right, so things that are actually worth the money. A house cleaner. You guys don't have a house cleaner, do you?
No.
We have a once a month. Yeah.
We have me. Yeah. I would like once a month. I would like once a week. But
the once a month The toilet paper's got a triangle on it, and the house just smells better.
Oh, that's
you know,
nice.
I and every once in a while, I'll, like, eyeball a corner, like before when I know they're coming, and just see if that gets cleaned. Yeah, well, a little dust bunny behind this door. I wonder if they're gonna pull the door open.
Oh,
For the most part, yes, but
okay.
occasionally I catch them. Uh, and a few of these I disagree with, like personal training. And I think if it works, absolutely. It just is not my thing. I know that Jeff loves it. He's been going to a personal trainer for years.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think I would feel bad if I didn't go. So maybe that's a motivator.
Right. Because I think you've tapped right into the whole thing. You're disappointing someone else
Yeah.
as opposed to just yourself. Oh, I can sleep in today. I don't have to go to the gym. Oh, but then Gerda will be mad.
Yeah, I'll have to explain it to her.
Right.
I don't have
So
a good
I'll have
reason.
to come up with something. It's just easier to go.
Uh, Tell me you agree with this one. Premium bedding.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's crucial. End of the day,
Yeah.
I won't go under less than 700 thread count.
And give me and a pillow. You need a quality pillow.
Oh, yeah.
We've all been janked up by by a rotten pillow.
And I think that is where hotels fall woefully short for me in a lot of ways because they seem to think the bigger the pillow, the better. And I don't agree with that because they're not always as soft as they could be. And in total honesty, I love a flat pillow folded over twice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
So what I'm hoping is that if you do go to a hotel with Sarah sometime and you're carrying a pillow with you in the lobby, I'd love a picture of that. That'd give me a lot of pleasure. Just spitballing. You figure it out.
I don't travel with pillows, but I sometimes wish that I did.
Here's one that funded your essentially life, a good accountant.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
You got to be on board with that.
Yeah. I was talking with Kearns about that today. We were talking about our kids and I was talking about Emma getting her license and the first thing I gave her was a gas card filled with a bunch of money on it. So I said, after this,
man,
it's on you.
Yeah.
I said, you don't bring that car home empty. And I said, this is all about the whole scaffolding process of financial literacy.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it, then yes, get an accountant.
And do those small things like fill up the tank, and then Dad notices, and Dad's going to be significantally more liberal.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe a chamois once in a while. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. Finance. Yeah. Accountant. Sure. Someone who knows what they're doing and plays by the rules.
And a diversion hot take. Olivia Rodrigo's song "Driver's License" I think is the perfect pop song. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to remember that, so I'm actually going to write that down.
Yes, Olivia Rodrigo, "Driver's License," the perfect pop song from the point of view of a teenage girl.
Which you've had.
Yeah. Yes. It's been my go-to point of view. It says insane family vacations. Now, you took an insane family vacation, which you do not regret.
No, we've taken a couple. Yeah, we did Italy and Ireland, and I don't know if they're insane, but they seemed it sometimes, and they were marvelous. They're marvelous. I mean, do you think that means like adventure stuff where you bungee jump into the Grand Canyon or something? I saw a video.
I really wish the guy did not use the word insane. Yeah. But it just like family vacations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just that you're throwing real money at it. Like you're not cheaping out. I love it.
Stuff they're never going to forget.
Right.
In the formative years. I don't know why I would ever do an insane or any real major family vacation with anyone under 5 because they're just not going to remember it.
Yeah,
I mean, you could say, "Oh, our kids are so worldly," and I travel. Huge fan, obviously, very therapeutic for everybody, very educational. But I just don't know if it's worth not even the money, just the effort to keep your 5, 4, 3, 2-year-old engaged in anything. while you're trying to enjoy a vacation of sorts is, unless you have a travel nanny, I say you wait until
Travel
there's
nanny,
some
which they
independence.
exist. I know. I
I
know.
don't know that they
Yeah.
do, but
They do. They totally do. They totally do.
I know that I have some former students who've been nannies and they have been taken on trips, and I'm like, oh, that's a heck of an idea,
Boy, if you could afford it, that'd be awesome. That would be so great. That'd be
right?
so
And I know
great.
some people use grandparents
Yeah.
in the same way, which is also smart. But yeah,
We
was
have
that? Is
another
there
one.
more?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Gifts for day one friends, and I know that you have my address, and I expect a nice gift coming
So
soon.
that that a day one friend is someone you were friends with immediately.
I guess so. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
why. I'm not buying my friends gifts. My friends don't want gifts. I don't want to give my friends gifts.
No, I because when immediately I thought our friendship on day one, and I should get you a gift,
Oh,
which
I
is
don't
probably not
know.
at all the way it was meant.
Okay, I think it means early.
We just
Uh,
had a discussion about presents, me and the kids the other day, and I gave them uh, Forrester's line, Sean Connery's line from Finding Forrester, when he said, "The key to a woman's heart, unexpected gift, unexpected time." And I was like, "Yes, Sir Sean, unexpected gift, unexpected time." That's
it's good.
absolutely right. Everyone's expecting it Valentine's Day and
Yeah.
Mother's Day and birthday and Christmas. Unexpected and unexpected.
All
Genius.
right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that wasn't on your list, but
No, but I appreciate a high quality camera. I don't know if that's necessary.
when was this list written?
Brand new.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because now the people are
The
shooting
phone. I mean,
videos,
yeah.
full movies on iPhones.
Right. Right.
So,
Uh,
if it were 30 years ago, I guess.
yeah. Public speaking coaching / improv. That's a no. That's a no for me.
Nah.
All inclusive gym membership.
What does
Now,
that mean? All inclusive, like classes as well as trainer, as well as
yeah.
access to equipment?
And I've got to say, he has two gym names here: Equinox and Lifetime. My son has an Equinox membership, and I've been to Equinox.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool.
What what sets it apart?
The saunas, the weight room, the classes. There are like 4 levels. It's a 3-level place. Like 2 levels are classes. They have bikes. They have that Pilates machine,
Yeah.
and the classes are all included in what you're doing.
Okay.
And literally the most beautiful people I've ever seen is when I realized I'm a Maine 6 and a New York 2. I mean, these people were amazing.
You would absolutely at least be in the top five. Five, 6, 7, 8. Come on. 2 is no way.
And that place.
Peyton's probably ripped, isn't he?
Oh, he's ridiculous.
He's probably in the
ridiculous.
90 plus percentile.
Yeah, he's got one of those big old jugs of the protein, shakes.
Yeah,
And,
of course.
and he'll
Emma keeps talking about his name will come up, and Emma will be like, "He's pretty good looking." Yeah, I'm aware, honey. Yep. She keeps bringing it up. Anyway, all right. So probably not for me, all inclusive gym.
yeah, no.
No, I think more outdoor. If there was an all inclusive outdoor something I could do, I don't know what
Are you
that would
doing the
be.
pool again this year?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the pool.
Best headphones money can buy. That's not for me either.
Good ones.
Yeah.
But I got a pair when my AirPods went. I got a pair of the Beats ones. My original AirPods went. I got the Beats ones. Not at all good.
Oh,
And
okay.
they were like expensive, good
Yeah.
Beats ones. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
And I sent those back. They were, I thought they were very tinny, and just the bass, I couldn't figure out how to turn it down at all. So tinny with a lot of bass. And I just, and then I got the next AirPods, and I was like, yeah, this is one. Now, admittedly, I haven't tried Bose or anything, but
Okay.
these are Bose, and I like these.
Yeah.
But that's not the same thing.
Do you listen to music with those?
I do in bed
Okay. All right.
or on the plane because they're noise canceling, and It's just got a little switch, and you just can't hear a thing. It's so fantastic.
So it's all about Ian going into his little space, his
Oh
private
yeah,
space.
oh yeah.
Buying every book recommended to you. That's nice.
That's ridiculous.
But
It's
I
nice,
know.
but that's insane. That's a crazy. That's why Ben Franklin invented the library.
And then the last one is also a shout out to my son. Top of the line espresso machine.
Oh, mhm.
When that young man graduated from high school, he bought a Breville, and this Breville is the name of the brand that he's listing here, and he still uses it. So he graduated in 2015. It is he's got it on his counter at his house in New York, and he loves that thing. So there you go.
Yeah, I have got, past few years I've kind of gone off the coffee, but boy, I still love a cappuccino or an espresso when it's just freshly made like that. And it sounds like he probably has it mastered at this point.
He does.
I would expect.
And
Is
I
that
would
Go ahead.
off the list, I
Yeah.
would say don't cheap out on a vacuum cleaner.
Yep.
If you're on your feet or you run, sneakers.
Yep.
You got to have good footwear. I don't know. What else? Do you have anything else?
Tools.
Oh.
Tools.
Okay.
All tools. And Lambo said it to me like when we were living together in Medford 100 years ago, and he's like, whatever you cheap out on, Ian, don't make it be tools. And I was like, yep, buy them once. And that's it. And,
Yeah.
I have bought DeWalt stuff since I started, since I guess since we bought our first house. And everything still works. Everything lasts. And, I'm not Mr. Tool. I don't use a lot of stuff, but everything,
I'm pretty sure I've called you Mr. Tool.
you probably have, but it's all still working, and the Lawn Boy, or excuse me, the John Deere push mower I had.
Oh.
God, it was 15 years, and it only stopped working because Emma sort of ran it over a rock and the frame broke. So, but it wasn't. She certainly wasn't the one who put the frame in that position. It was 15 years, but it just kept running with the original pull cord, all of it. And the Arian snowblower, it just is, it's incredible. So I would absolutely put tools
All right.
on that list. What else did I have? I think we would probably agree on whatever athletic equipment you're going to get. If you're going to keep doing it, if you're going to keep biking, you're not going to buy a Huffy.
Yeah.
And all my skis are Vocal because that's what I like, and they're worth it.
Yeah.
And they last forever if you take care of them. So I like that. Was there any other personal services? Accounting was the only one. Oh, and gym, I guess, but that wasn't.
Personal trainer. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Personal trainer.
Yeah. Or a housekeeper.
Housekeeper. That's three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that list probably varies depending on your level of affluence, because some might
Quite
say,
so.
well, I'm never going to get a cheap chef again.
I don't want to cheap out on a personal chef. Yeah. You do not make that mistake twice.
Right?
No, sir.
And
No, sir.
in lieu of, Tiger's woes, you don't want a bad driver.
No, you do not.
God,
Well,
I feel
and-
so bad for him. I just blows a zero on his breathalyzer, but then refuses urinalysis. So I'm wondering if he's getting the surgeries because he needs them, or if he needs the painkillers so he gets the surgeries.
Oh.
Hate saying it, but that's what it seems to be pointing toward. I mean, how do you flip a Land Rover on Jupiter Island? I mean, those cars are designed with wide wheelbase and wide tires to not flip over, and there's no ice.
No, and there are no hills, really.
Right? How
Yeah.
tightly are you taking a turn in order to flip a car? And there's no caddy around the club who would have said, "I'll take you home, Mr. Woods." Or anybody, or in the pro shop, or sitting in the bar, or wherever. I'd be happy to drive you to your house, Mr. Woods. That's no problem.
Then to bring it back to celebrity, even if somebody has achieved greatness at the highest possible level, still a dude who who has all the weaknesses.
Yeah.
of you and I, and boy, it's you just don't want to know too much
No,
about people. You
no, and
know,
that's another downfall, obviously. And I
and
wonder,
imagine if he had hit somebody. I mean,
oh God,
imagine if he had. I mean,
then that's it. He's social pariah forever. I mean,
right?
I'm sure there are plenty of people who are victims of or know victims of car accidents or reckless
Yeah,
driving or whatever who are he's probably done for them already.
right,
Um, but it's an excellent point that he hasn't taken anybody else. I mean, the last
right.
time he flipped one is when he ended up with rod in his leg and screws in his thighs and knees or whatever, and had to take so many years off in golf. And
Yeah,
I know that's hardly from a billionaire standpoint much of a sacrifice to many
yeah,
people. Um, but I wonder. I'm more at the point with zero training whatsoever if he just is, if it's hubris, if he's like, no, I can get myself home, or if he's just unaware of the level at which he is somehow intoxicated, inebriated, whatever.
yeah. I,
And so he
I,
just doesn't even recognize it. And it just, the hubris is easier to explain.
right. I mean,
Um,
I've got to say, limited knowledge on the opiates.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I have no idea how that transforms somebody.
but you've seen it hit so many people. Favre,
Right,
Prince,
right, right.
so many, Matthew
The
Perry.
Friends guy, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yep.
so you can't, they're not all intending, I don't think, to do themselves harm.
No,
Anyway, it's just sad. And it doesn't show much about my character because I was like, geez, I hope he can still play at the Masters because I really want, I like watching him play.
I know. Well, and one of the
No,
problems is he's going to struggle to walk it because of
yeah,
the rod in his leg and on his
yeah.
back and all that stuff.
Did they
Crazy.
make, remember a few years ago when they had, I've forgotten the player's name who I thought he did receive a special dispensation for a cart for a little while, but then they took it,
Yeah,
they revoked it. Am I
yeah.
remembering that right?
I I I remember all of that super vaguely. And was it the Masters?
I think it was just any pro
Okay.
tournament.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Because he's like, I can't walk all 18, but I can stand and take my shots.
Yeah,
And I think probably the ADA was involved, or
yeah.
which they should be because. Oh, hello, Tilly.
That's Tilly.
I'm ready to share the story I gave with you earlier.
All right, let's close it with the
you want.
story. Yep,
And then next time we can talk about the NFL trades, maybe.
Oh, perfect. This is a supersized episode as it is. So
Yes.
let's close it out with
Yes.
a look into the life.
Just the puppy life. We had a trainer come last week, and dog boss Dan, and he's fantastic. He changed her behavior in the hour and 20 minutes he was here, and our homework has been to keep reinforcing the behavior, using specific
Right.
words, so forth, so forth. And we've had her basically tethered to us in the house on a leash, which is, he's like, this week's going to suck, but it's going to pay off. And our friends used him for their German Shepherd, and the Shepherd is amazing right now. The behavior is amazing. And this guy obviously knows what he's talking about. And he's speaking a language that I just formerly didn't completely understand, and I'm starting to. But anyway,
We're still
so
growing, Ian.
I'd had Maple tied to me for a couple hours straight. We took a nice 45-minute walk. It was brisk, but nice long walk. We came back in, and I had made Riley had a friend over. I'd made them some lunch, and then I was rolling meatballs for tonight's dinner to put in the crock pot. My buddy Sean had just shared the secrets of his recipe with me that Riley couldn't stop talking about. So I had gotten all this really nice Whole Foods meat and carefully procured, whatever. And I said, Riley, I just need you to watch Maple for 5 minutes while I run upstairs. So I clipped Maple to the cutting board in the middle of the island, and ran upstairs. Literally 5 minutes, maybe a little bit less. Came back downstairs. The girls were in the playroom. Maple's still tied up, and the meatballs are gone. And I had pushed them into a far corner of the counter a far corner, and they're gone.
Well,
And they
Maple's
were
pretty
probably,
tall.
I don't know, 8, 9, good sized, not quite your fist, but a good sized crock pot meatball, and gone. And I was like, "What? I know I would," and then so I expressed some disappointment, and I was ashamed to do it in front of Riley's friend because she's such a wonderful, wonderful kid, and I made sure she knew it had absolutely nothing to do with her, but I did express some disappointment in Riley not being able to watch the dog for 5 minutes after I had been tethered to her all day with a leash around my waist. And it just made me, she can't be unsupervised.
No, she
at
cannot
all
be
yet.
unsupervised. Yes.
And she's doing so much better with jumping on strangers and sitting where she's supposed to sit and minding us. She even got in and out of the crate by herself a couple times this week. The crate is not like a place of punishment anymore. So she is definitely improving, but 7 months is 7 months. And when she smells the raw meat, it's on. It's on. And I just really hope, I said, right, we're not going to do a lot about this right now in terms of consequences, but if she throws up 8 or 9 meatballs, it's you. It's all you, kid. Because I'm not cleaning that.
That's swift justice. That makes a lot of sense.
I hope it doesn't happen, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've heard sometimes that raw meat is better for dogs but I can't imagine in that quantity it's good for a little 7-month-old developing stomach. But what the heck do I?
I've had your meatballs; they're delicious. So, if this recipe's an improvement,
according to Riley,
yeah. Well, and probably maple.
Yeah. Indeed, sir.
Well, all right, my friend. Next time we'll do this will be in April, and
yes,
springtime. All will be well.
I like it. All right. And Dan, thank you so much for your flexibility past couple of weeks. And
he is nodding.
Congrats on all your things. Did you did you real quick? Did you decide on USM, Dan? Is that where you're?
He has not decided yet.
Okay. Well,
all right. He has decided on a mustache that we're not.
Attaboy. Go get it.
I haven't signed off on it yet, but he hasn't asked. So.
All right.
All right, my boy. I'll talk to you soon.
You bet. See you later.
All right. Bye.